Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, that is .NET Interview Hub. Today actually we are going to understand like why do we use interface instead of class in the dependency injection. Actually this question generally asked in the interview for senior folks. They just wanted to know the architectural perspective answer. Like many developer ask like if ultimately if email service, like if you take an example like for email service. So like the class is having a method which is getting called to send the notification or send the email, then why do we need the interface actually? So today I will explain the problem with the class, how interfaces solves that problem, and the real benefit of loosely coupling. How we generally having the discussion, or we have gone through most of the the blobs like the tightly coupling between the classes, and by using interface we can achieve the loosely coupling. So how tightly coupling works or how loosely coupling works by using interface, I'm going to explain everything step by step in today's video. Okay, so as you can see, like I have created a normal project, the console application, which is having two folders I have created. First is using class and second is using interface. Okay, as you can see, this is normal class library or the console application which I have created. Okay, so I'm going to explain the tightly coupling by using classes, and I will explain the issue. What is the issue we have? So I have created a normal service that is called as email service, which is having one method send. Okay, so this method or this class is generally used to send the email notification to XYZ user. Okay, and if we go to the we have created one more class that is called notification manager. So in that notification manager we are initializing the class or service that is called as email service, and we are using this service to call the method of email service to send the notification. Simple, right? So if we go to the program.cs, so how we can do? So we can create the instance of email service first, then we have to pass the instance of email service to notification manager. I will show you again the notification manager. So this is a notification manager where we have created a private variable called email service, and this is a constructor which is accepting the type of email service to initialize the instance of email service. Okay. So from the program.cs, what we are doing, we are passing the instance of email service to notification manager. Means it will call the direct constructor of this notification manager class, and it will assign the instance to this read only variable. Once we get the instance, we are simply calling the method of send method. Where you can find the send method? Send method you can find in the email service class. Okay, which is used to perform the sending the notification or sending the email notification to the user. Okay. So till now this is fine. Okay. So if we go to the program.cs, so what we are doing is, so simply as I have mentioned, like we are creating the instance of email service. This creates the object of email service, and we are passing this object to notification manager. Okay. And from the notification manager, we are calling this send method of email service. So what output will get? That is email is sent. Okay. Let's try. Let's run the application. It will take some time to build the application, then it will run. Okay, so as you can see, we have received the output. I will show the console window. Okay, as you can see, what output we are getting, that is email is sent. Okay. Up to this is fine. Okay. Now, I will explain the problem. Everything looks fine, right? But now, suppose tomorrow the requirement changes, like instead of email, the business now wants to send the SMS notification. Okay. So what we are going to do in the using classes folder, we are going to create one more service called that is called SMS service. Okay. And inside that SMS service, again there is a send method. Let's create a public class SMS service, and there is a method that is called as send. Okay. Now what we will do, actual issue starts from this. So if we go to the notification manager, what notification manager is creating the instance that is called email service. Okay. Now this means that notification manager only works with the email service. So now we must modify the notification manager because the business requirement changes. the client wants notification should be sent through SMS, not the email. So what we are going to do? So we are going to create a new variable that is called read only SMS service underscore SMS service. Okay, and here what we are going to do? So instead of this constructor is accepting SMS service instead of email service. Okay, so let me move this variable to here for better understanding. Okay, and this we can give the underscore SMS service. Okay, and we have to initialize this SMS service here. Okay, underscore SMS service. Okay, and now from SMS service we have to call the send method. Got it? This change we did. Again in the program.cs, which instance we are passing, that is email service. But now what this constructor is accepting, what the notification manager constructor is accepting, that is SMS service. Again we'll have to create a new instance of SMS service is equals to new SMS service, and we'll have to pass the SMS service instance to notification manager. Okay, this is now we have this is till now this is fine. Like we made the changes into the notification manager. Again we made the changes into the program.cs also, right? Now I will explain the problem clearly. So now every time whenever the requirement changes, previously we have implemented the email service. Now there is a requirement change. User wants to send the notification via SMS. In the future, customer wants to send the notification via WhatsApp, or in the later on future they want the push notification. So every time we have to make the changes into the notification manager. Every time. That is called as tightly coupling between the classes. So what we can say that the notification manager class is tightly coupling with the email service or SMS service or WhatsApp service. This creates maintenance issues, scalability issues, difficulty in testing, and continuous code modification issues. So if I pointing out here, so this creates such kind of issues. First is maintenance issues it will create, scalability issues also will create, difficulty in testing definitely, and continuous code modifications. Okay, now part 2. Okay, so what is the solution? So we generally talk about loosely coupling between the software. By using interface we can actually loosely coupling. It is very easy to create the independent components or independent classes. So I will give you the actual solution on this. Okay, so now let's close all these classes. Okay, and now forget about the classes implementation. Okay, now let's go to the interface implementation. Okay, so you can see like I am trying to solve this problem by using interface. Okay, so I have created one interface that is called as iMessage service, which is having one method that is called send. Okay, now interface says I don't care who sends the message. What interface says? I don't care who sends the message. Okay, I only need send method. That's it. Interface want only this two. Interface don't care who is sending the message. He needs only send method. This is called as a contract. What this is called? This is called as a contract. Okay. Remember, this is called as a contract. Okay. Now, I have created one class that is called email service. This email service class is derived from the iMessage service interface. Okay, so as you know, like if any class is implementing the interface, should provide the implementation of method of interface. Okay, so if you go to the interface called iMessage service, which is having a method called simple send method, so email service class is derived from the iMessage service interface, is providing the implementation of send method. So this method, what this method is doing, this method is simply sending the email. Okay, so this is an email service, right? Okay, So whatever example we have taken, first is email service example we have taken, second is SMS service example we have taken in the class implementation. Similarly, we are going to take the same example using interface. So this is the email service, second is SMS service. So SMS service class also derived from the same interface that is called iMessage service. And this class also providing the custom implementation of send method. So this method is sending SMS and email service method is sending email. Up to this is fine. Now let's go to the notification manager. Here also we have created the notification manager. Similar implementation we are going with the interface, the way we have implemented in the class. So here is the magic. Look at carefully. Earlier what we had here, if you remember, we have created the instance of email service. If you go to the class, I will show you again in the notification manager. We have created the instance of email service and we are initializing this instance in the constructor. Later on the requirement changes with the SMS service. So we have created the instance of SMS service and we are initializing the instance of SMS service in the constructor. Okay. But while working with the interface implementation, I am using the interface and I am initializing the instance of interface in the constructor. Okay. So what we are going to do is interface like notification manager no longer exists on email service. This class is no longer dependent on SMS service class or email service class. Okay. This class depends only on the instances which we are passing from the program.cs. Okay. Now let's go to the program.cs. Okay. Let's comment out this. Uncomment this. Okay. Let's add the proper namespace and let's give the proper namespace and class name. Okay. So that we are facing the ambiguity. That's why we have to give the complete namespace. Okay. So as you can see, like what we are going to do, we are assigning the instance of email service to the iMessage service interface. Okay. So if you're if you are getting confused, so let me try to comment this out so that you will not get confused with the namespace which I am using directly here. Okay. So this is fine. Okay. So as you can see, what we are doing, we have created the instance of email service and assigning to the iMessage service. And simply I am passing this instance of service to the notification manager. Okay. And then by using manager, I am calling the method called notify. So what this will do, this will call the interface and it will create or initialize the instance of email service. Look at carefully what this is doing. It is creating the instance of email service. Okay. So when there is a requirement changes, instead of email service, clients wants the SMS service. So what we are going to do, we are going to simply change here SMS service. Nothing we have to change apart from this. So if you are passing SMS service, what output will get? Okay. So let's first check the output of email service. Now let's try to run the application. The expected output would be email sent. Okay. So we have received the output. Now let me open the console window. As you can see, we got the output that is called email send. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, there is a requirement change. Instead of email, we wanted to use the SMS service. Okay. Okay. Simply I have changed here. Instead of email service, I have used SMS service. Rest nothing I have changed. Now let's try to run the application. As you can see, we have received the output that is called SMS send. Now let me open the console window. As you can see, SMS send. So as you can see, like what changes we made only slight changes. That is, we have replaced the email service with SMS service. Okay, a small change we did. Okay, so if we the important point to understand or remember is like, did we changes, or did we modify the notification manager class? No, because notification manager class previously in the class level implementation, the notification manager class is depends on the email service or SMS service or push notification service or WhatsApp service. It is tightly coupled. But while working with the interface, so notification manager class does not depend on a specific class. It is depends on iMessage service, okay, instead of specific classes. So if we get the clear understanding, like interface does not remove the dependency, okay? Dependency still exists, but the dependencies changes from specific class dependencies to the abstraction or contract dependency. That is called as loosely coupling. So I hope like this video helps you to get the actual clarity of loosely coupling between the software component and why interface is being used instead of classes, how we can achieve the loosely coupling between the software component, how it helps us to improve the efficiency of the code, how it helps us to improve the how it helps us to reduce the tightly coupling between the software component, and in the same way it is very useful for performing the unit testing of code also. So if you like this like this video, so please do like and comment, and let me know if you want such a useful content or unique content. So let me know in the comment box. I will make a video for you. Okay. This is for today's video and today's session. Thank you.